Hello everyone, welcome to Anime No Me, and thank you for joining us for another One Piece video. Red-haired Shanks' main goals and actions are really completely unknown, and we have no idea about his motivations. And he always acts in unpredictable ways, which makes this character a huge enigma for the story of One Piece. One of the biggest feats where we were able to break down a little bit more about this character was during the Marineford arc, because in this arc we learn a little bit more about Shanks, his goals, and also what motivates him to move forward in his mission. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the reasons that led Shanks to be such a mysterious character, what he intends to do in his search for the One Piece treasure, and what connection Luffy has with this goal. But before we dive into the video, if you're new to the channel, or even if you've watched a bunch of our videos, we'd be absolutely honored if you'd leave us a like, and even subscribe, and maybe leave us a comment letting us know what you thought of the video. It really helps us out, especially with that old YouTube algorithm, and it keeps motivating us to make more content. And if you'd like to help out the channel in a bigger way, consider sharing this video or another one of your favorites with a friend. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So my friends, Shanks is one of the more iconic characters in One Piece, but he's still very mysterious and in rare moments has a somewhat serious demeanor. But he still has great importance and influence throughout the narrative. And as one of the Yonko, he's one of the four most powerful pirates in the world, and his crew, the red-haired pirates, are highly respected among both Marines and pirates alike. However, what sets Shanks apart from the other Yonko is his unique approach towards stability and world peace. Despite his reputation as a feared pirate, Shanks is known for his calm personality, wisdom, and sense of justice. You see, Shanks believes that those with power and influence have a responsibility to use them responsibly for the common good. And this philosophy is what drives him to intervene in major conflicts and prevent them from turning into even bigger catastrophes. A notable example of Shanks' concern for the stability of the world was his intervention during the Battle of Marineford, which was one of the most important events in this incredible arc and our story as a whole. In that epic battle, the Marines and the Whitebeard pirates clashed, causing massive devastation and significant loss of life. However, Shanks appeared by surprise and proposed an agreement to end the conflict, and thus avoiding any further escalation of violence and unnecessary loss of life. This attitude of Shanks demonstrates not only his strength and skill as a pirate, but also his understanding of the value of human life and the importance of preserving the peace. He was willing to jeopardize his own reputation and political relationships to avert a greater disaster. So this action highlights his role as a peacemaker, a person who seeks balance and stability in a world full of piracy and conflict. Additionally, Shanks also has a significant influence over this newest generation of pirates, especially Monkey D. Luffy. Because when Luffy was just a child, he met Shanks and his crew and witnessed the captain's courage as well as his sacrifice in giving up his arm to save Luffy's life. This event had a profound impact on Luffy and has shaped his determination to become a great pirate, as well as wanting to uphold the similar values that Shanks has. And in addition to that, it made this young boy motivated to find that great treasure known as the One Piece. Now, Shanks' approach to world stability is one of the major things that sets him apart from the other Yonko, because the others are often involved in criminal activities and are always seeking out personal power and riches. But Shanks genuinely cares about the general well-being and is willing to take action when necessary to keep things from getting out of hand. And his stance reflects a sense of responsibility and an ideal of using power to protect and preserve life. So the possibilities that could explain why Shanks came to intervene in the Battle of Marineford have sparked the imagination of One Piece fans and the community, leading to the creation of several intriguing ideas. While there's no official information or confirmation in the story to support or refute these assumptions, they do add interesting layers to the narrative. And in the first hypothesis, many believe that Shanks appeared in the battle with the objective of interrupting it and avoiding an even greater tragedy. His sudden entrance and proposed immediate settlement between the factions involved showed a determination to contain the violence and protect further innocent lives. And this attitude of Shanks as a mediator and peacemaker underscores his concern for the stability of the world, as well as his desire to avert an unprecedented disaster. However, a second possibility is equally intriguing. Some fans in the community have speculated that Shanks had a personal interest related to Luffy's progression during the battle, mainly due to the fact that he had eaten the fruit of the sun god Nika in the past, because it's likely that Shanks was particularly curious to witness the young pirate's development, watching if Luffy would be able to strengthen himself and awaken the full power of his devil fruit, which he originally knew to be the Gomu Gomu no Mi. According to this idea, Shanks could see in Luffy the potential to become the long-awaited Joy Boy, a mysterious and crucial figure in the history of the One Piece world. And this is a being capable of establishing peace throughout the world of One Piece, and it was believed that Luffy could play an important role in that world, thus following in the footsteps of the former Joy Boy. This idea suggests that Shanks was genuinely interested in helping Luffy become stronger, possibly due to his knowledge knowledge from the past, about the great events that occurred during the Void Century, as well as the mystery behind Joy Boy and the surname of D. This vision further highlights the depth of Shanks' involvement with the world. He's not just another powerful pirate, but his role within the story goes much further beyond that, because Shanks may be the one who might be looking to bring stability to the world based on this very ideology. Now, while these speculations are fascinating and open to exciting interpretations, we always have to remember the true motivation behind Shanks' intervention at Marineford is still absolutely a mystery. This is especially supported because Oda is known for his ability to create complex and very unpredictable stories, and always surprising readers with captivating plot twists, and only further development of the narrative will actually reveal the secrets behind Shanks' action at this pivotal moment in our story. But still, the idea that Luffy is in Shanks' plans arouses great fascination and generates countless ideas within the One Piece universe and the fan base as a whole. Now, although there is no official confirmation in the story, the possibility that Shanks has a very special interest in Luffy and his search for the One Piece opens up an intriguing narrative full of speculation. Now, as the story continues to progress, it could become apparent that Luffy is going to play a central role in Shanks' hidden agenda. His fearless character, his unbreakable determination, and his relentless pursuit of freedom make Luffy stand out as a prominent figure in the plot. And Luffy's journey to become the Pirate King is a common thread that involves and motivates many other characters throughout our story. So in this context, the hypothesis that Shanks is directly involved in Luffy's plans gains strength. The iconic scene where Shanks loses his arm to save Luffy from a Sea King earlier in the story might have been more than just a simple act of courage. This highly impactful moment could have been an even bigger reason why it happened. Like Shanks was willing to sacrifice even his life just so that Luffy could somehow achieve his great goal, bringing then that possible peace that Shanks so craves. So if Shanks realized Luffy's immense potential, especially after witnessing the Nika Fruit's awakening power during the recent Wano arc, it's quite plausible to assume that he might come to regard him as a key player in his own plans. This is supported mostly by the fact that it was only after Luffy awakened his fruit that Shanks decided to put into practice his own goal of finding the One Piece treasure, even facing off against Eustace Kid to get the information that he got through the road poneglyphs. So in this way, he could stay ahead of the other pirates and equal himself in search with the Straw Hats. It is believed by a large part of the fan base that Shanks sees in Luffy that next incarnation of the legendary Joy Boy, that mysterious and critical figure in the history of the One Piece world. And within that perspective, Shanks could just be watching Luffy from afar until the young pirate manages to become the real Joy Boy of this generation. This transformation would be fundamental to reach the apex of the journey to find and conquer the much coveted One Piece, in which he could carry a very immense power capable of changing the world completely. Therefore, the collaboration in the future between Shanks and Luffy would become the perfect combination to unravel the mysteries of the ultimate treasure, or even the reason why Shanks and Luffy would fall out for having different ideals. You see, it's still really unclear exactly how Shanks sees peace or what his idea of justice is. So such peace could come through subtle changes and in a gentle way, and even through fear or in a radical way. So it's just uncertain whether Shanks will use the power in the One Piece to change the world in a sudden or a more peaceful way. Depending on how it all plays out, this could generate a great intrigue and even confrontation between Shanks and Luffy, making these two great friends have to fight just to achieve their own great goal, forming then one of the biggest battles within the world of One Piece. But with all that said, my friends, we'd now love to know what you think about it. First of all, what do you think Shanks' plan is for Luffy? Do you think it was all just random coincidence, or perhaps the Nika no Mi had its own mindset and it picked Luffy? Or was Shanks there for a reason because he had learned something special from his former captain Roger? Next, do you think that if Shanks had this plan for Luffy, is it a benevolent kind of plan and positive, or is he gonna eventually turn and use Luffy for his own aims? Let us know what you think about those and when we might see this showdown between Luffy and Shanks in the comments below. So as we wrap up our video for the day, we'd like to thank you all so much for watching, especially those of you who've made it here to the very end. Be sure you comment on any themes or ideas that you'd like to see in future videos. And also, since you made it this far, hit that bell and hit that subscribe button before you head out to take on the rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you all in our next video. Let's keep sailing this giant sea together. Take care.